Y'all, forgive me. I don't think I've ever had eaten live, but your boy's hungry. So, forgive me, I'm snacking on crackers. But I bought some Ritz crackers yesterday, which are like my favorite type of cracker. Y'all, so y'all forgive me. Y'all, so y'all forgive me. Good Girls 28. Hey, Lady Jaguar. Come on in the room, fam. Come on in the room. We're going to have some great conversation today. I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, Beth. Listen. Grand Rising. You was getting upset. I was just thinking about you while I went live. I was like, I moved the time to 9:30 because, oh, thank you. Thank you. I need to go get it. I'll be getting a cut next week. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to if I'm going to keep this link. I'm going to cut next week. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to if I'm going to keep this link. If I'm going to keep it this link or if I'm going to cut it. I've been missing every single notification. If I'm going to keep it this link. If I'm going to keep it this link or if I'm going to cut it. I've been missing every single notification. I'm subscribed. I don't understand. I don't get that either. Subscribed. I don't understand. I don't get that either. I don't get that either. Let me see something. So I don't know that either. I don't get that either. Let me see something. So I don't know. Well, I'll look into it to see if there's anything on my end. Just to see. I'm gonna eat this last cracker. Keep this link, please. Okay. Bet. I'm realizing, like, by the end of the year, if I don't cut it, it'll probably be because my hair grows super, super fast. And I thank the Lord for it. If I don't cut it, it'll probably be because my hair grows super, super fast. And I thank the Lord for that. Honor God. Oh, okay. We'll flip the switch, and it's cold here in Dallas. There's snowing, so I don't know if hopefully it's not my Wi-Fi either. Okay, we'll flip the switch, and it's cold here in Dallas. There's snowing, so I don't know if hopefully it's not my Wi-Fi either. And I'm earlier. Listen, thank God for hair growth. I turned my Wi-Fi earlier because it was tripping. I think it's because of the cold. So, is that better? Okay. How are we now? Are we still paused? Are we okay now? So far better. Okay. Okay, cool. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Okay. Cool. You want some crackers too? Listen. Everybody take one. Come on. Virtually. Take one. You hear me? Listen, it was God, him or herself, that made the Ritz crackers. You hear me? One more, okay? One more, and I promise I won't be eating no more than alive. I'm looking at myself eating in front of y'all, and I'm like, let's not do that, Titus. But, you know, they're so good. And is. And y'all, I've never eaten on live before. Maybe we need to have a dinner date. Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we need to somehow go live and just have dinner together. Maybe that'll be for our Discord and Patreon subscribers. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to talk with my mouth full, so I didn't think this through. I was just like, bet, I got these crackers. Let me get a snack. And then next thing I know, it's 9:30. It's time to go live. So here we go. All right. So good. Focus, Titus. So today, make sure you tap and like this screen. Yes. We should have a snack time. Absolutely. Today, family, I'm excited about the conversation. I'm excited about the conversation. But it's the unpacking for me. It's the, man, this is so healing for me. And my prayer is that it's healing for you just the same. So yesterday we invited to the conversation. We was reading about doing some deconstruction around gospel music, and we're still in this vein on today. Just to recap for those that are new in the room, hey, my name is Titus, your spiritual deconstruction coach. Do me a favor, tap and share this live for those that might need this conversation, because so many are deconstructing, really trying to ask themselves this question: who is God? What is Jesus? What do I believe? Can I do tarot? Can I not do tarot? Can I do sage? Can I not do sage? Can I pray to my ancestors? Can I not pray to my ancestors? But I'm seeing things, I don't know what this means. And so here we are, having these conversations. And I'm just sharing my own healing journey in prayer, that it will inspire you to really navigate your journey of deconstruction and religion in a way that is right for you. Because at the end of the day, it's all about what aligns with your spirit, with your soul, and all that good stuff. Okay? So just to go back down memory lane. Yesterday we was talking about the power of music. That's how we started the conversation. The power of music, and how music goes right past the frontal lobe to think with logic, and right into our limbic system, where our amygdala and hippocampus is, which is our amygdala is about the triggering of the flight, freeze, fear responses, right? And then the hippocampus is about the memory. So when you think about it, and I begin to think about how these songs that I grew up in church, because I love church and I love gospel music, and these songs, how it took me to a place, right, which allowed me to feel like I was safe, right, with that amygdala, and just it wasn't triggered in a way, but it was in that energy, right? Oh, thank you so much for the 1,000 likes. I appreciate you so much, right? So we in churchdom, we have this music with lyrics that's going in the limbic system with the amygdala, which is about the fear responses, flight, freeze, all those responses. And then we have it also touching our hippocampus, which is about our memory, right? So in this conversation, we realized that when we were going into worship, when we were going into this place where the presence of God, our full brain was being impacted. Because that's what we were talking about yesterday. Music makes the whole brain active, the right and the left brain. And when you bring in religion and you bring in theology, your whole brain is being engulfed and influenced in a powerful way. So just think about, I thought about this. Imagine singing songs about being wretched and how the music is already in this moody sense, like it's already getting you in this mood, and then you're having a memory that associates it with you not being good enough or feeling like you need to be saved. That is so powerful to me. So when I think about no more no one more so wicked. Listen, it's the music. Right? When I think about altar calls, when I think about the songs that they would preach about being a sinner and then put music on top of it, and now with this understanding that music goes right into your nervous system, dealing with the memory and your amygdala, the hippocampus and the amygdala, I'm like flabbergasted as to the awareness of it and how I can now see how there's so many people walking around with religious trauma that are unaware. They're unaware of the impact of religious trauma, because not only do you have the theology, the teaching of the word, but now you have the music that supports the teaching, and it's in our veins. Like a bolt of energy. That's why most people get goosebumps and stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I went because I want to share with you what I was thinking about, and just really kind of breaking this down. Okay, and we're going to go over the limbic system, and then we're going to deconstruct the song "Holy, Holy, Holy, Lord God Almighty." Early in the morning. I don't know if y'all know that song, but I want to deconstruct that because I had a revelation last night that I was like, whoa, hold up. This is some juicy stuff. Okay? If you're ready for this conversation, put a heart in the chat and let's get it in. Okay? And I did let chat help me in this conversation because I wanted to make sure it was everything I was saying was articulative. Now I did the research and then just kind of put my thoughts and use chat to kind of organize it. Because yesterday we saw in the article, again, how music goes past your frontal lobe into your limbic system. And I'm like, man, this is why it's so difficult. Not difficult. This is why it's a challenge to hear a gospel song and have feelings of what to do, because what once brought you into a place is now the very thing that you're running from. So it's like, you know what it feels like to be in the presence of God, but the very thing that brought you into the presence has become traumatic. And so this is why we're having this conversation, because we are working and giving you tools and giving you ways to reword these songs so you can rewire your brain, and in that your nervous system is getting a healing. Come on. Woo! This is good to me. We're healing together, family. All right? So with this awareness, we know that music, right, goes into the limbic system, goes through past the frontal lobe. Hey. Hi, Quinn, you. We know that it's going past the frontal lobe right into the limbic system, and the limbic system is affecting the amygdala and the hippocampus, okay? So we describe how music, particularly gospel music, interacts with the limbic system, the part of the brain deeply connected, and hear this, you too, Raven. The limbic system, the part of the brain deeply connected to emotions, memory, and behavior. Woo! So when we think about how music is impacting us, it's impacting our emotions, it's impacting our memory, and it's impacting our behavior. Man! So when we hear songs like Being a Sinner or Being Saved by Grace, we're having an experience that's pushing us to be aware of our sinful nature, or the sinful nature that we were taught that we had. Y'all, listen. Let's get into it, okay? The limbic system and its components. The amygdala processes emotions like fear, joy, and excitement. is heavily involved in how we respond to music emotionally. Woo! Let's run that back. The amygdala processes emotions like fear, joy, and excitement. It's heavily involved in how we respond to music emotionally. The hippocampus is tied to memory formation. When music evokes a memory, it's the hippocampus connecting the sounds and feelings to past experiences. Okay? Together, these structures make music a powerful tool for evoking emotional memories, both positive and traumatic. Now, how does gospel music impact the limbic system? Gospel music often combines uplifting lyrics, communal worship, and repetitive rhythms. This activates the limbic system, creating a strong emotional connection to the experience. Ooh. The feeling of entering the presence of God is often tied to these sensory experiences. Music, words, and the atmosphere, which becomes embedded in memory through the hippocampus. Over time, these experiences can shape our emotional response to faith, worship, and even the idea of the divine. That was good to me. I want to run it back just in case you're taking notes. Well, let's say it again. How gospel music impacts the limbic system. Gospel music often combines uplifting lyrics, communal worship, and repetitive rhythms. This activates the limbic system, creating a strong emotional connection to the experience. The feeling of entering the presence of God is often tied to these sensory experiences. Music, words, and the atmosphere, which becomes embedded in memory through the hippocampus. Over time, these experiences can shape our emotional response to faith, worship, and even the idea of the divine. Whew. And I think this is a good observation, because when we talk about God, and somebody was saying, like, how do you talk about God with somebody that don't believe? I think the conversation can go to God being love, or to God being peace, because God is, if anything, the way that most people describe God is a feeling, it's an energy, it's an essence. So if we're looking at this, gospel music invoke that feeling of love, that feeling of peace, that feelings of being accepted. It was all about feeling. Right? Are y'all following? This is good to me. I'm gonna talk to me today, okay? Because this is so edible as we are unpacking how gospel music has impacted our nervous system. Whew. Gospel music has impacted our nervous system. Listen, thank you, Beth. Now, religious trauma and limbic system conditioning. For someone like you and I, unpacking religious trauma, this emotional conditioning can create conflict. The same music and experience that once felt uplifting may now trigger feelings of confusion, guilt, or disconnection. The limbic system doesn't distinguish between then and now when triggering memories. Hearing gospel music, for instance, might bring back not only the feelings of connection, but also memories of spiritual or emotional harm tied to religion. I'm gonna say that last line again. The limbic system doesn't distinguish between then and now. When triggering memories, hearing gospel music, for instance, hey, Blade Brown. The limbic system doesn't distinguish between then and now. When triggering memories, hearing gospel music, for instance, might bring back not only the feelings of connection, but also memories of spiritual or emotional harm tied to religion. Woo! This is good to me. Now, awakening and the role of the limbic system. Absolutely. And imagine, that happens in all genres. I know. I agree. And so, for me, I've had to learn how to process this, because it's become a really, really, really conflicting place to be in. Like to want to be in the presence of God, but the very thing or the very ideal of being in the presence of God has now brought you to a place of conflict because you don't like the limbic system doesn't it doesn't I'm finna say it's not racist. That's not the right word. It doesn't discriminate. That's the word I want to use. It doesn't discriminate. When someone begins to deconstruct their theology, they might struggle to reconnect with the divine outside of the familiar emotional pathways shaped by the limbic system. The memory of feeling divine presence through gospel music can create a blockage. Ooh. The memory of feeling divine presence through gospel music can create a blockage because it's tied to a specific belief or religious structure. Without that structure, the person may feel lost in creating the feeling. Oh my goodness. I'm going to run this back. For those that are coming in the room, we are unpacking and talking about deconstructing gospel music and really in the space of healing our nervous system so that we can get into the feeling of the presence of God, of the vortex, using, if you would like to, use the same music that gets you into the feeling so that you can manifest and get the answers and get the evolution and all that we talk about in this awakening space. Okay, we're gonna run it back one more time. Thank you so much for the almost 3,000 likes. I appreciate you. Bless your thumbs out there. Bless your thumbs. Okay, when someone begins to deconstruct their theology, they might struggle to reconnect with their divine outside of the familiar emotional pathways shaped by the limbic system. The memory of feeling divine presence through gospel music can create a blockage because it's tied to a specific belief or religious structure. Without that structure, the person may feel lost in creating the feeling. And here's the last sector: connecting thought, emotion, and creation. Reconnecting with the divine in a way that feels authentic requires new pathways in the brain. Woo! Reconnecting with the divine, we'll say God for all those church kids out there. Reconnecting with God in a way that feels authentic now in this awakening requires new pathways in the brain. Instead of relying on old memories, the hippocampus, or triggers, amygdala, a person can work to create new rituals that evoke similar emotions. Explore other music, meditation, or sound healing to access the same energy in a way that feels less tied to their trauma. Listen, must be, because I don't know what is being said, but it says some comments in the live were filtered to protect the community's experience. I don't know what was said. Okay? So again, this is why we are having this conversation, because there are a lot of people that was raised in church who have this programming, not just through theology, but through the music. And like we were talking about, the music expands or thickens the work that's needed, or let me say, it pretty much penetrates harder or deeper than just talking about salvation, being a sinner, all that. Okay? So this is why we're dealing with the music, because as I was talking about yesterday, you can't heal what you don't feel. And I believe through the work that I've done for myself, I've had to go back and reimagine what these songs mean now, so that when they come on, or if I hear them in my spirit, or if I hear them come up, I'm not triggered or conflicted within myself. I can go in now and say, okay, God, source, creator, higher self, whatever that looks like for you, what are you trying to say? You cannot heal what you don't feel. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate you. Come on, we're going to say it again. You cannot heal what you don't feel. So that's where we are, family. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you don't know who I am, my name is Titus Glenn, singer, songwriter, sound healing, spiritual life coach. Okay, I went back to that old space. I am essentially your spiritual deconstruction coach on this journey we call life. If you want to book with me one-on-one because you have more unpacking to do, check on the information in my bio, because we are here to support and come alongside of you. Hey, Barb. Good to see you as well. So today, the song that we are, and get a reading from it. Oh, that's what's up, Barb. You trying to get a reading now? Is that what you're saying? Oh, everyone, but okay, appreciate you. Okay, got you. You're promoting. I got you. I appreciate it. Okay, so here we are in this work. We are going to, I appreciate you, Barb. I appreciate you. I got you. We're going to look at the song Holy, 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 okay? Which has been sung in so many places of our church. So many, right? And I was sitting last night meditating, trying to fall asleep. I was like, okay, we meditate, we fall asleep. But as I started to kind of sit with this, and I was listening to CeCe Winans last night, The Throne Room, this song came on, and the word Trinity was in the song. And I was like, wait, okay, Trinity. It was interesting because in my studies, especially in the Jewish culture, I've been taught that the Trinity in itself came from pagan worship. And it translated over to Christianity as the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Walk with me. But in my evolution of humanity, I'm also discovering that the Trinity can be found in a lot of sectors of religion. I believe the Buddhists have one. There's just other ones, and I may have to do another post about the different trinities and different aspects of religion. Okay, but today I want to share with you some things that I got from me just chilling last night and doing some further research about how we can use